Hello everyone, it's your National American Miss Florida for 2012, and today's video is about simple tips on how to transition between events or during events during your pageant weekend. So we're going to begin with the number one thing that I thought of when I thought of the idea of making this video, and that is water. Now, I know in a lot of my videos I always talk about water. I love water, but I think water is a very essential item to carry in your bag during the pageant finale. Sometimes when you're transitioning between opening number, so you just finished and you're going to change into your gown for evening wear, you have just a very short break. You gotta get dressed and you gotta get in line. A lot of girls tend to either be nervous or just kind of have a little bit of the shakes or whatnot, and they raid the water cooler backstage. Well, that water cooler may not always be filled periodically by the hotel, so there's a very good chance that it could be empty. Why take the risk of not having water? Carry a nice little bottle of water, so once you're dressed, you just take a sip and you place it back in your bag. That way you at least stay hydrated during the pageant finale, as some finales can run from 2, maybe 2.5 hours or so. My next tip is to carry some luggage tags. Bring those with you to pageant weekend. You might want to purchase a bag at the pageant gift shop that you want to use throughout the weekend, or maybe you have a very popular bag that a lot of girls already have. It's great to label your items. So put a luggage tag on each of your bags that you're using so that way you don't get confused with another contestant's bag. My next tip, which is the third one, is label your gown bag. You want to do this. This is something very, very important and very essential during your pageant weekend. You do want to either take a piece of printer paper and type it out, write it by hand, stick it to the bag on a Post-it note, tape it to the bag, whatever you need to. Any dress bag that you are carrying that is going to be in the dressing room during competitions or during the pageant finale, you want to label it. You don't want another girl grabbing your bag by mistake, or you don't want to grab another girl's bag by mistake with her gown. So please make sure, do this. It's a very important item. Label your dress bags. My next tip, which is tip number 4, always carry a pen with you. Yes, so if you're carrying a bag, put a pen in there. It's important to have a pen because that way, in case you want to get a girl's phone number, her email address, her Facebook, her Twitter, Instagram, maybe mailing address, you have pen pal like I do. You want to be able to grab that information, maybe write it down in the autograph section of your program book, or maybe you're carrying a notepad. Carry a pen at all times. It's very necessary, especially during pageant check-in. My 5th tip is very easy and it's very simple. You want to make sure that you're prepared for everything, which means during competitions, before or after or the finale, in your bag that you're carrying with you, carry the following items: Band-Aids, Q-tips, rubber bands, safety pins, and most importantly, a little washcloth. The reason I'm saying this is because these are items that you might end up using in case of an emergency. This is your emergency kit. Carrying some Band-Aids in case you haven't really broken into your heels much and you're starting to cut the back of your ankle, or maybe the side of your foot. You want to carry some Band-Aids and have those readily available for you to place on your foot, so that way you're not walking around with maybe some blood dripping down the side of your leg. And Q-tips, maybe you want to reapply maybe a little bit of a skin cream or a foundation in between events and you lost your applicator. Q-tips work just as well and they're nice and sanitary, so carry those with you. Rubber bands, maybe your gown halter might have broken. You have a halter gown and the strap broke. Carry a rubber band so you can just tie it up in the back. Or maybe your hair tie broke and you had a really pretty updo. Again, carry a rubber band to tie your hair up. Safety pins, these are for anything. Maybe your suit just snapped on the side, your gown snapped, something broke, something tore. Safety pins are the way to go to help save you and your clothing items during pageant weekend. And last but not least, a little towelette. You might be sweating during your finale, maybe your makeup's running, you don't have waterproof makeup, or anything like that. While you're transitioning between opening number and evening wear, carry a little towelette to just wipe that down and take care of it, so that way you look all nice and ready for the rest of the pageant finale. I hope these tips were very helpful for you, as they are for me. And if you have any questions, again, please feel free to message me or comment below. This is your National American Miss Florida for 2012, signing off.